Hey guys, so this is going to be a really quick video because I've been letting my mind wander and I've been doing a little bit of sleuthing and just kind of trying to see if I could find connections. I found one, I don't know if it means anything, but here we go. This is Jen Abel's second amended complaint. And you can see in paragraph 60, when Jen Abel was terminated, there was Gordon Duren, a security guard, a forensic data technician employed by Edgeworth, and an attorney from the law firm Frankfurt, Koenig, Klein and Seltz. They were all present when Jen Abel turned up and was ambushed. And then we had this. This is on the start of paragraph 97. On or about August 24th, Jones took things a step further and attempted to contact Lively directly through a mutual connection. And that made my ears prick up a little bit because we hadn't heard that. So this is obviously information Wayfarer are now aware of, and they know who it is because they've redacted. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, who could this mutual connection be? And I thought, could it be Claire Ayub? Could it be Liz Plank? And I've done a series of deep dives in both X posts and videos on here of various female conspirators, people who were friendly with Justin Baldoni originally and then seemingly stabbed him in the back to jump ship with Lively. And there was the obvious. There was Liz Plank, there was Colleen Hoover. I'm not quite sure where Ange Giannetti from Sony sits at the moment. Baldoni was certainly of the opinion that he was supportive towards her. But then we've seen evidence from Lively that, she may have been playing one up against the other or just kind of putting up a false friendship with Baldoni. And I'm thinking to myself, all these women seem to be coming out after Justin Baldoni on the word of Blake Lively. And it's not just women. You've got the likes of Brandon Sklenar, obviously Isabella Ferreira. They all talked so positively about Wayfarer, Justin Baldoni, and their experience with him was amazing. And then they spend 5 minutes in a room with Lively, and suddenly he's the devil. And it's like, what is going on here? And I have done a deep dive on someone who worked on a film. She worked on a film called The Florida Project, where she was a producer, and the producer of The Florida Project, another producer called Andrew Duncan, was accused of sexual harassment. And this person was fine with them for about a year, and then suddenly, as pressure mounted, then she disavowed his behavior, but not before she managed to take control of the production company. And she ended up with her own production company. So the production company she took over was a company called June Pictures. And the person I'm talking about is Alex Sachs, who was producer on It Ends With Us. And we had the there was a filing by Wayfarer the other day of Lively's amended initial disclosures. So, as you do, you have a look through and you see, is there anyone in there who could possibly have some kind of connection here to something, and I couldn't help but notice that Alex Sachs is represented by Frankfurt, Kernet, Klein, and Seltz, who are the same law firm who were present for Jen Abel's termination. It could be something, it could be nothing. But I don't believe in coincidences, especially in this lawsuit. Everything seems to end up being connected, especially where you least expect it. So this is something I'm going to keep an eye on. It could be nothing, but yeah, it's just curious. All right. Have a good weekend.